Alrighty, welcome back to Part 8, Act 8. So, starting right off, I want to do the Trial of Ascendency, but I want to do what's called a currency conversion. I want to grab as much currency as possible, so I'm going to try to liquidate whatever I've got in terms of our currency, a little like other items. I'm going to convert the chromatic orbs that we have, the jeweler's orbs, as well as the everything I can. I want to try to get chaos orbs, and I'm going to use those chaos orbs. I'm going to try to get a better ring, and maybe if I can push a better amulet, maybe a better helm. I mean, a lot of these things could be upgraded. Probably can drop the gnomic storms relatively soon as well. So, starting right off, we're going to go to the Path of Exile trade website. We're going to go to bulk item exchange, and then we're going to go, I want chaos orbs. I've got these. So let's see what the ratio is for this. So it looks like it's about 12 to 1. So in total we can do 24. So we're going to go and contact, and we go move this little slider here, and we're going to go direct whisper. So 24 chromatics. And this is why I always think it's better just to save your stuff versus spending it and re-rolling, because this way we can get, items. So this is going to be our first little swap here, and we're going to do this to all of our currency items that I've got right now, because I really want a better ring. And for one chaos orb we can get a better ring. For one chaos orb we can get a much better amulet, much better set of this quiver needs to be replaced too. This is the right guy, right? TM? Okay. So he's doing whatever. Sometimes people trade with multiple people. It takes them a second. Okay. Usually you wait for them. If you're the one, buying, they gotta organize. Okay, so we got this. The next thing I want to do is I want to go and change this to, I want to trade our jeweler's orb. Now with this, I might only be able to get one. So 20 is 1. This is not really worth it. Well, I mean, I could whisper this guy. Let's see if we can give him 21. Let's go leave and use our 21. And you'll notice that sometimes when you join an area, it might be a little bit laggy, and that's because they might be on East Coast, West Coast, could be Russia, could be China. Like the servers that you join, like right now we're in Singapore. So this one, there's probably not that many people that were trying to trade chaos orbs for jewelers, but I'm gonna go try to whisper one more person, see if we can get another chaos orb out of this. If we can, cool. If not, it's not a big deal. The rest are like, okay, cool, we got one. This guy's hideout, and so we'll get another chaos orb here, and maybe we get a nice upgrade, because after we finish this lab I want to buy a new bow with as much damage as possible. We're gonna triple our damage. Honestly, I could get it before going in here, because chain won't really matter for this boss fight, and so we can get it before, but I want to show you guys how to liquidate your currency also. So we're just getting chaos orbs. And then with this, let's see how many we can get with this. Might not be able to even get more than 2. Let's see what we can get, though. Wait, we want to trade our fusers. Okay. It looks like it's about 7 to 1, and we have currently 7. Okay. Usually they're not... Usually it's like 3 to 4, but sometimes certain items, they go up and down in price as the league goes on. And sometimes people, they don't want to be bothered with such small currency. Oh. And then we're going to go
I'm not up to that just yet.
So we'll just wait for him and go into the Sarn encampment or something. If you don't know if they can go to the area, always just go to Act 1 and just go to the main town. So there we go. Now we're in his hideout. We're going to go to Lush hideout, and we will trade our 7. And now we'll have 4 chaos orbs. So just in... It's actually a pretty fast trade, like 5 minutes. Sometimes though, the trades can take forever. So we'll wait for this to rotate over, and bam, 7 for 1. And this guy, some people, they basically have a mindset of this item will go up in price. Like divine orbs will 100% go up in price. It's just natural over time. And sometimes early on, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's a small item. He could get double the profit. 3 to 4 of those of the fusers can be worth a chaos usually, but sometimes the leagues can be fluctuating in price. So starting right off, I want to get a much better bow. I'm going to move this over here. I don't need steel skin. I need mark on hit, but I don't have to have mana forged arrows. It'd be nice, but ideally I just try to get the highest DPS bow that I can use. So I'm gonna go to the Path of Exile website. In fact, there's a tool that I can use. It's called Path of Building, and if I want to, I can go to my configurator. I'll just show you guys how this works. I have videos that go over kind of like how to install it, but basically we're gonna load our character here. And one thing that's really cool and that will be really awesome to show off is this item section. So if I go to trade for these items, I have to load in my ID from my game, but if you're doing it for the first time, you can just Google like how to get PoE session ID. But what I would do is I would go hit find best weapon. And what it's going to do is I can say I have, well, what do I have right now? 4 Chaos Orbs. 4 Chaos Orbs, find me the weapon that's going to give me the most DPS in the entire game. And this will give me 31% increased DPS. Now, is that always going to be the best? Sometimes no. But generally, actually, yes. Because this one actually has crit strike chance. This one probably will be actually one of the best. And it's 2 Chaos, so that's excellent. It's not all my currency. But I can also go to the Path of Exile trade website if I don't have that program. And I could go, oh, well, I want a bow. I've got 4 Chaos Orbs. Give me the bow that has the most elemental DPS. Well, actually, I should type in bows here. I would go to bow. And then I would go to, yes, search. And I go to DPS. This is a 700 bow. It requires level 66. What are we right now? Oh, or 57. So we can't even use that right now. In fact, what is the bow that the program had? Let's go ahead and I think you can usually copy the clipboard. Can we just view the item? I think there is a way to search for this. Like, there's a way to actually get the text search. Let's see if I can. 4 Chaos Orbs. There used to be a way where you can like get the link. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. Oh, we can go and scroll through all of these and it'll tell me the best. But sometimes you can scroll down and find a item that it might give you like 1% less damage, but it'll give you way better stats because it's going to give you, this one gives us fire and lightning resistance, which are both really nice things to get. But there used to be a thing where you could copy the, I don't know, maybe it's, let me go ahead and, this is importing the item into this little builder thing here. But there used to be a thing where you can copy and paste the search. Oh, here we go. I think it's this one actually. And you just can copy and paste this into the Path of Exile trade website. And then, oh, okay, here's what I wanted. Okay, this is what I actually wanted. So this one shows up at 621. This one was 700, but remember the requirement of the level matters because I am currently level 57 and that wasn't imported here, so I can get all of the stats, and it basically has all these numbers as values of which one would be good. So level of us is 57. 57, and we're gonna hit search, so it'll maximum go to 57. We'll go to DPS, and we've got one for 2 Chaos that has a bunch of, oh, it doesn't add lightning damage, which is kind of what I actually wanted as a priority stat. But it's still elemental damage, and you can see like our current bow doesn't really have that much damage on that department. But this is going to be a 595 DPS weapon, and it gives us some fire res, not bad at all. And if I go ahead and actually throw that in the Crucible, we can get an item that is even better. So I'm excited about this. Let's go ahead and whisper, and we'll get this item for 2 Chaos Orbs. And then we're going to use the rest of the currency, unless he somehow doesn't respond. So it requires us to be 56. And yeah, it'd be great. So we're going to go to his hideout. And it has open crafting modifiers on it, so we can actually craft something on it as well. Awesome, awesome. So let's see how much damage this adds. If I go throw in, since this area will have the auras, I'm going to move everything here to our helmet, because our helmet has the exact same colors that we need. Sorry, Mr. Ice Golem, you got to go away now. So we want to run everything in here. We could actually replace our helmet, but it's not a priority stat right now. So you can see how much damage we get by swapping to this bow. So our damage right now is 9,755. Now we're at 19. We basically doubled our DPS. Pretty good. And then on this, I want to have Sniper's Mark, Mark on Hit, and then Ice Golem. The Steel Skin, perfect. We can still manage to run that. And we're going to get Chain after anyways. And on top of this, this has a open suffix. So if I want to craft onto it. Now, I guess this could be also the introduction to the hideout in terms of crafting. So you'll have a crafting bench that you can place down, and all those things that we uncovered are part of this mechanic. So in order to place it, you click on this little thing right here, and then you can go to decorations, and then under utility there'll be crafting bench. You just click on it, and then you'll basically place it wherever you want to place it. You just left click on it, and it'll place the crafting bench, and then you just hit edit, or you can edit it, I guess, to move it. But I don't need to do it because I've already placed my thing. So basically that's how you put your crafting bench down. And then now we can see if there's any other great modifiers. Now some of these will cost certain things, and so how an item works is there's 3 prefixes and 3 suffixes, but there are certain exceptions that break this rule, but for the most part that's what the item has. This one has 3 prefixes already, so we can't add a prefix, we can add a suffix. So I can get cold, lightning resistance, I can get strength on it, that would be great for 2 orbs of alchemy. It tells you what it's going to cost. We can have increased attack speed, cold, lightning, chaos damage, whatever. Right now, I mean, getting extra resistances would be actually pretty nice to get some lightning resist. So if I was to throw in some lightning resist, that's not bad for 1. And get up to 30% extra lightning resistance. That would be actually quite nice thing to have. I can put in extra strength, or I can get hybrid resistance. I just want to go ahead and throw this one on. And bam, just like that, we got 23 extra lightning resist on our item, and now our resistances are relatively fixed now. This ring can definitely be upgraded for a cheap amount, and I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. So our current resistances right now, we could use a little bit more lightning. If I remove this, ideally I just want 10 to all of each one of the resistances. So let's go ahead and try to buy a ring right now that will fill all of those ticks. So what we're looking for is a max character level of a 57. I don't know, is my face blocking it? Okay, so it's 57 is fine. Type of ring. Then we have elemental resistance. Pseudo, we want to make sure it's select pseudo. We want to have about 10 of each would be like good enough for me. And then also we could add like 1 chaos orb for maximum price, and then maximum life. Hello GSM, you love watching these guides? Oh, thank you, man. You don't always have time to watch the stream. Oh, gotcha. Well, these guides, yes, we've already got 2 parts ready to, like, well, part 1 is already uploaded, but we're in the process right now of, right now we're already in act like 7 or 8. Actually, we're in act 8, but right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to get some more min-maxing on my character before we do the next lab over here. So, yeah, so that's what we're doing. So 1 orb of alchemy. Okay, do I still? I have orb of alchemy. Perfect. So if we can get as much life as possible, actually we should just put in what, 3 orbs of alchemy, because I'm down to just spend all of that. 3 orbs of alchemy, and just see what we can get as much life as possible. Honestly, 79, and it has a socket. Not too bad. Actually gives us accuracy and int. Let's see if we can push further than that. Let's see, 78 life, accuracy rating, cold damage, double res, fire and cold. Okay, what res do we need the most? I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. Like 15 on each would be excellent. 21 lightning resistances, extra accuracy is always going to be nice, and it gives us like 70 to life. This is pretty dang nice. See if we can see anything that's a little bit better. Let me go to life and just type in like minimum 50, and then we'll sort by anything else. If we have damage recoup or something cool, that'd be a nice little bonus. I'm gonna go to total elemental resistance. Maybe we can max out 70 life. Oh, that's pretty good. And 16 life. Oh, this would be perfect. It gives us like all of resistance maxed out, 70 life, extra mana, 2 mana per enemy killed. Not really necessary. But this one gives us 12 strength. Has 2 resistances maxed out, and we get a little bit of damage. We get some 20 to strength will actually be kind of nice to level up our other stuff. Actually, that one's giving us extra accuracy and int. This amount is too low. That's 6 to all resist. This is a massive amount of accuracy, and I'm trying to maintain my high accuracy, but I think this one will be excellent because it maxes out all of our resistances, and it's literally only one. So if we can get this for one hour, but alchemy will be a-okay because we'll be finished with our resistances. But sometimes people list something and they don't really want to sell it because it's like it's not really worth it for them to go back to town because it's such a small amount, which kind of sucks, but that's just how this game is. That one's 2 orbs of alchemy, physical, extra life. Let's see if we can find something that's good. Actually adds a decent amount of int, so it would help out with some blue gems. Let's see if we have this one, a socket, global accuracy rating. Okay, that's not bad. 10 to all res. I mean, it's just ward orb alchemy. I don't care. I just want to get it so I can just continue on. But a lot of times for things under 1 chaos orb, people just won't respond because like they don't care, because it's like it's not worth it for them to go back into town and sell you the item because it's a waste of time. But sometimes people are out there and they will do it. So let's go ahead and whisper this guy. Like I said, usually anything under a chaos orb just becomes a waste of time. But what I'm going to actually look for with our, what do we have? 2 chaos. We have 2 chaos orbs. We can get a better chest piece as well. Still no response on that. Okay, still waiting. Okay, this one would be great for 2 if we can pick up that. Get 20% increased accuracy. Let's see what else while we're waiting for that guy to respond. Oh, these are just like 1 resistance. I want like 2 resistances. There we go, like this. Okay, mana regen. I'll take this one if I can get this one. That guy also not responding. This looks really bad. What is it? This has... Okay, finally. 2 alch. For this one. And icy. Let's go to his hideout. And we will be ready. So once we get this. For 2. It's just like a whatever. The difference is that it gives us a little bit more life. And it gives us a little bit more resistance. So we're pretty close to capped out on resistance. So let's go back now to Act 8. And now we have 2 extra Chaos Orbs. Now what I'm going to try to do now, because this is all about your progression of the character. I know it's like 20 minutes in and we still haven't even like played this act. Sometimes the most important thing is actually getting your character ready to go. So the next thing we want is a body armor. We want to have relatively high evasion, so 400-ish bare minimum. Links, we just want 5 links. And let's see if we can get an item here for like any amount of chaos orbs. So we also have to factor in that like some of the times the level requirements here, if it's like 1 up, it's fine. Let's see if we can get anything good over here. And ideally we get something that's not corrupted, but this one could be okay. As it's actually no, we want it to have high evasion, and the reason why is we want it to have ideally as many green as possible. Like this over here, unfortunately it's corrupted, so we can't really modify it anymore. There is technically ways to modify corrupted items, but unfortunately that one doesn't look too hot. This one over here is corrupted. This one over here, this glorious leather, is looking pretty solid for 1 chaos orb. And that requires level 47. It's got 500 evasion rating. I can throw on a orb of alchemy on that. And I can chromatic. How much I have 3 chromatics. Ideally, we get 3 green, 1 red, and then the other color, I don't really care. So ideally, you just try to get the thing to already have the colors that you want. But for this amount of price, how many are actually listed here? Oh, wait, we have 1,000. Okay, so we're good. We're only interested in paying up to 2 chaos orbs, though. Okay, 52 results makes things much easier. So we're just going to scroll down and we're going to look for, actually I'm going to just search for the thing that I want first. So ideally I want it to have 3 green, 1 red, and then I really don't care what the last color is. It doesn't matter. Oh, this one's pretty much perfect. It's a item level 69. Oh, this one, let's see what this one has. This one has 4 green. So we have regen life, which is not a bad stat. We have life, which is not a bad stat. The evasion rating is kind of lower than I would want, and we could throw an essence on one of these maybe. I'm actually more interested in this one, the Cutthroat's Garb. It's 1, and I'm going to show you guys what we can do with a Scour Orb too. So it'll be like also like a kind of a little lesson here. Hopefully we can get this one off this guy, as there's literally only one. If we can't get it off him, then there's no other option. We're going to do it like this, and we can also change the filter over here, and we just basically say, I don't care what color it is, and we would just roll the color ourselves, which is usually not the smartest thing to do, especially if it's corrupted. So ideally you want something that has evasion, like this will have a higher chance for blues and greens. This one has 3 green. Oh, 3 green, 2 reds. That's actually pretty usable too. Let's see. It has, what's the stats? The stats on this thing are terrible though. Like absolutely terrible. Oops, we lost that one. But yeah, the stats on that one were pretty bad. This one's corrupted. It has too many reds. Where's that one that we were just looking at? Let's see. That's way too many reds. Let's just do this. We just need to really have 2 green, because I have to have my lightning arrow, right? So our current setup, we have to have lightning arrow. We have to have mirage archer. The rest, I can kind of work around. Ideally, like that's like the main thing that I want though. So all these meet these requirements. I want this one, but that other guy's AFK, I guess. Or sometimes people are busy. You can whisper them in like a minute or 2, and it will happen. But I try not to sit here and trade for too long, because it can be considered boring for sure. This one over here is identified. But sometimes with the... Oh, here we go. What's 400? I wanted the other one because it was like 600 evasion rating, and we get to double our evasion rating. Suppress spell damage, and some small amount of life. The evasion rating is just too low. What did I put for minimum on evasion rating? I put evasion minimum 400. What? Did I have like +2 evasion rating? I don't know. Let's see. This one's 2 chaos. Oh, 19 life is a little low. This one could be an okay option. It just happens to have 2 blues. Probably like the least favorable one. Over here we have... Oh, it's 300. I swear, I put 400 in here. I don't know why. Let's put... It might be too low in terms of Chaos Orbs. Okay, here we go. So we have this one that has... Okay, this one would work over here. Requires level 56, so we can still use it. Let's see if we can grab this item. I wanted the Cutthroat's Garb. So I like how it looks, but it's fine. If we just get this one could be okay as well for 1 Chaos Orb. So let's see if we can get this one off this guy. If not, sometimes you can search for a while and you're just like, you know what? There's really nothing here. Oh, this one actually is not too bad. It's 1,000. It's got cold, lightning resist, 100 life. That's not bad. Oh, it requires level 65 though. That's the problem. What are we? 57? Okay, so I don't really want this. There just wasn't anything. Sometimes that happens in PoE, and at that point, hey, you just move on. There's always going to be good deals somewhere. So now that we got this, that's going to give us massive resistances, and on top of that, we got way more damage. Now, if I have any of those whetstones, I just don't really mind slamming whetstones into things because these are so common. And we'll just get that up. We could use a much better quiver. Let me go ahead and actually check out what we can do with our quiver. So quiver gives us good res. Ooh, it's like 20 to... It's a decent amount of resistance, but it gives us 3 to life. So the next upgrade that I want to actually try to push right now is going to be our quiver. What we're going to look for is fire and cold resistance. So let's go ahead and try to get a quiver. That's the next step here. So We want to look for a quiver that has fire res, cold res, and I don't really care about too much else. Right. Fire res, if we can get like 20 would make it perfect. So let's go like 18, and then for the cold res we want ideally as much as possible. So let's go like 30 cold res, and then also life, maximum life. Let's see what comes up. We're gonna spend 2 Chaos Orbs max, and then we can go see what other ones will add extra damage. Alternatively, what we could do is we can open up this thing and go, what is the best offhand for this? Let's go refresh, because now we have a different item. So import build, I'm gonna do this now because I just got this new weapon, right? Oh, it hasn't updated? Oh. Sometimes this thing takes a second to update. Items and skills. Okay, items. Okay, now it has updated. Okay. So let's go trade for these items and find the best quiver. And we have 2 Chaos Orbs. So I'm going to type this in. And I'm going to get the search result here. Oh. Oh, something broke. I don't know what happens. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's because there's no quiver in this slot. Okay, hold on. And it's like freaking out. Alright, okay. Okay, we'll compare it with that one. Doesn't matter. There just has to be something that exists in that slot, I think. Alright, let's go ahead, go to items now, and I'm going to try. And you can kind of... Sometimes there's errors with any third-party application. It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I know what I need to get. Just get Heries. That's what I was thinking. It would be really good. But Heries doesn't give res, does it? It doesn't give any resistance. And I would prefer just to max out the resistances. And it's like super cheap, right? Oh, cheapest price. 1? That's weird. Okay. So let's just spend like 1C on this. And let's just go for the one that adds as much. Oh, this was actually pretty good. Double res, some life, attack speed, fizz. Pretty good. Accuracy rate. Oh, I'm looking at this one. I mean, this was listed 3 hours ago. So he's probably dead. Tired. Sometimes people go AFK. You can still whisper people that are AFK. Sometimes they wake up. They're like, trades? And they'll wake right up and you're good to go. Oh, this one has a lot of resistance and 98 to life. Ooh. Increased projectile speed doesn't really matter for us, though. Crit Strike Multi doesn't apply to us. Yeah, sometimes like you end up wasting time trading because these are just like such small stuff anyways. It's better... Wait, increased damage with bow skills? Oh, that's not bad. 12 to 26. What is our current one? Because like these numbers are just so small. Oh my gosh, the HP on that one's so bad. We don't want Pierce though. I don't like Pierce because I want Chain to activate immediately. Okay, so this is actually good. This gives us our... Oh, cool. This one is... It gives us strength too. Oh. Increased projectile speed will lower your single target. Ah. I'm gonna go for this one. The increased elemental damage with attack skill. This one is really amazing. Hopefully we can get this one, because this one would be an actual like good upgrade. Because the elemental damage with attack skills is what we would want. This one's actually not bad either. Physical. Only 8 life though. Oh, that's really bad. I should specify at least like 30 life. I really want that one that I just whispered. That one would be the most ideal one. But like I said, I don't want to spend too much time doing this because I know for some people this is like, it's like kind of boring, but like as part of the game, you need to like learn how to actually trade to advance in the game. We have accuracy, dex, life, double res. Okay, that's cool. If I can get this one. Okay, whisper that one. Okay, cool. That's the one I wanted, but the other guy's AFK. And it happens. And sometimes, like, you know, 30 minutes, an hour later, 2 hours later, they'll be like, hey, do you still need this item? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to list this in the sell pile for 1 Chaos Orb. Okay, awesome. And if we get lucky, does it have it open? No, it's got everything maxed out, but that's fine. That's good. Really awesome upgrade here. He says thank you, and I'll say thank you too. Okay. It doesn't really matter. It's usually kind of just a waste of time to say thank you, but now we are ready to do the next lab. Okay, so this is going to be the next aspirant's trial. So it wants us to be level 55. We're good on our HP. We're good on the resistances, pretty much. Could use a little bit more cold res, but the most important thing is actually physical resistance for this boss. Try not to click on any of these. If these have like you're frozen or they'll have explode. One time, I'm not even kidding, I died because there was a barrel that blocked me and it had like explosion or something, and yeah, it was a no fun experience. We just dash through. Take your time on these, by the way, if you want to like wait for the thing to attack and then you go. Hey, do it. Don't worry if it takes you a little bit longer. So we're now in the first aspirant's trial.
Oh, the weary traveler draws close to the Emperor is only as efficient as those he commands.
Oh, I love that. Summon Ice Golem. Ooh, nice.
Nobility is a lie.
So watch out for when he does this. It's the same boss fight, though, for the most part. He just, his numbers are just higher.
Inexhaustible.
Okay, next. I mean, these boots are probably way better than our current boots, because our current boots will just make us take more damage. Doesn't even have movement speed. I don't even want to look at it. Legitimately, with boots, if you want to get boots for really cheap, you can get amazing boots, but they don't have movement speed for literally 1/100th of the cost if they don't have movement speed. Like, most good players in the game will never even bother looking at an item if it doesn't have movement speed. It's just because people don't want to move slow. I don't blame them. I don't either. And like on average, boots can give you like maybe 30-35 movement speed is really like pushing it towards like the min-maxing. You can go further, but like it's not going to be cheap. But like this armor literally gives us 30%. So since we're over here, I could go backwards. Do I want to go backwards from this area? No. It's just not worth it. So I'm just going to go continue from here and get to the next area. So sometimes you can go back and it might be safer and or faster, but sometimes like those spikes are kind of deadly. I don't want to mess with those.
Beauty will grow from your remains.
Oh, two shrines. That's actually very likely. We're just going to go. Trying to open up any of the strong boxes. Dangerous. Not worth. Alright. Now I should be going kind of to the right. Oh. That was easy. Now, what you can do is you can get a granite flask also. And during the boss fight, try to keep it up as much as you can. We should actually be using Grace as well, but I haven't gotten the reservation efficiency yet. We'll path into that.
No two battles are alike.
I'm not up to that yet. Yes.
I'm gonna grab this. By the way, if you die, you can't pick up anything. So if something really good drops, like a Divine Orb, risk dying for it because it's 100% worth it. Divine Orbs are basically 100 Chaos Orbs.
Should never outnumber those who kneel.
Okay. So now we can look at this. Oh, in lab, okay, so now we're gonna go up and to the right, kind of. So I whispered him back. He wants to buy these items, but I can't because I'm still doing this and I can't leave. Got one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. No biggie. He's already. He bought it off of someone else because I was busy, and that's totally fine. It's no biggie. Sometimes it does suck though when you're trying to sell an expensive item. Like this is only 2 Chaos Orbs. It's nothing. It's like, you know, it's like $1. That's the way I look at it. But it should be a pretty smooth fight, since we have the Immortal Flesh, like we can take most of these. If you can get hit by that and you start bleeding, man, it probably would be okay. But let's continue here. And we should be towards the very... Ooh, so this one I might go back on, because if it's right here... Yeah, it is. Okay, watch. So see how, like, we're taking all this fire damage? No problem. Just move right through, because we got the Immortal Flesh. It makes it so, like, you take a lot less damage. It gives you better reaction time. Now, these will do damage to you, so don't stand in them. But look at that Immortal Flesh. We're back to full HP. Easy. And there's little, like, darts that are shooting out, so be very, very careful. Okay, make sure that's active. Get this Thief's Garb. Nice. 6. Is there any boots? No, okay. Now we get to go open up 2 treasure chests.
Yes. This atlas has its delights.
Okay, and then now we get to get a... Oh, cold damage if we've been hit recently. Hey, that's pretty good. And I'm going to swap off Nomics anyways. So, and Nomics aren't really worth anything. So we enchanted it. Now we get some extra damage if we've been hit recently. Ideally, you want, like, if you haven't killed recently, because it's good against bosses. Now, what are we going to get with this? We're going to get that chain, because we just swapped off of our other previous item. And now we are done with the Trial of Ascendency. That was 36 minutes. Wow, that was really fast.
I see why I'd want to do that here.
And by fast, I mean we spent, like, a long time just... It was like 30 minutes of just trading. But, again, trading is part of the game, and I have to explain it to you. Let's see if these items are worth anything. 1 Chaos Orbs. It gives us extra move speed, some life. I mean, that's really not that bad. Extra evasion and chance to avoid ailments while phasing. I mean, that's... What does this one have? Clarity? I don't even run Clarity anymore. I need the Mana Forge and the other one to be linked. Mark on hit, Sniper's Mark. Okay. Let's see if we can get these linked. I mean, it gives us a lot more survivability, and we lose 15% move speed. I don't really care. It doesn't really bother me. Until we get to maybe a boss, I can just swap those in and out real quick. So where do we go from here? So this is basically now the start of Act 8, because we just did our Trial of Ascendency. The thing got finished. Now we're going to go into the Toxic Conduits. And this act is relatively short. And it's just a long time talking about itemization. Our damage is just so amazing now. And what's cool now is if we shoot the wall, we can legitimately shoot the wall, and look at this. It's a chance. It's not 100%, but it'll bounce off and hit the enemy. There's a range to it, though. It can't go super far off screen, but... oh, you saw it right there. But in small areas, the chain off of walls becomes so amazingly good. It's actually the main reason why I like Deadeye. So we're in the Doji Cesspool. Resummon our Golem because he's dead. And now we can activate a skill point, and we can put it into more HP. And then we're going to get Spell Suppression and Mana Reservation. Ooh. A lot of damage right there. And we'll get maxed out Spell Suppression, or I was thinking about getting, realistically getting 80% Spell Suppression is pretty easy, because then we don't have to mess around with getting any Spell Suppression elsewhere. So there's a boss. If there's a bunch of stuff on the ground you don't like it, you can click on the valve and it'll clean it up, but I think it's just faster just to kill him, because once you activate the valve, Doji goes away. But there's AoE on the ground, you click on the valve, it empties it out, but our damage is so good, it doesn't even matter. Now we actually have 2 different options. We can go out to the left or right. Does it really matter? No. I just naturally go to the left first. we're going to actually defeat a boss over here. Oh, what is it? 56, 58, okay. Ideally, you don't want to be 5 levels ahead of like the area, because then you get not such great XP. There's another shrine over here. Sometimes it's worth it to go for the shrine. Ooh. Ideally, if we can get the helmet called the Gull, it significantly increases our playthrough speed. What we're looking for right now is, I believe, the bathhouse. Another thing I should mention is when you're dashing, you can literally hold, like I'm holding Q and W right now, and as soon as my dash is activated, it will activate it. So in the bathhouse, there's actually several different things. There's a Trial of Ascendency and 3 other areas to go out of, so you definitely want to get the waypoint here. It is worth it. If you see the little delirium thing, walk through it. Right now, this is just a treasure chest. The treasure chest one is kind of mad. The only one that I get excited about is currency, because I can get maybe a Chaos Orb, some Orbs of Alchemy. There's a hideout right there. There is a quest here. I mean, since we're already over here, we can kill him. It's not really... This one is not a mandatory one. It's just... I usually end up killing him because he's just right there.
Good.
We're just really looking for that Trial of Ascendency. Oh, we want to do these. Hold on. Oh, we got currency. Hold on. We gotta. The currency is the little Chaos Orb. This little head. We want to do this one. So try to get as far as you can. I got excited because I just saw it. Whew. Okay, there's the Trial of Ascendency, but we're not going to do the trial yet. I want to try to get the currency to level 2 if possible. And we'll have this area already uncovered. There's actually 3 different exits over here. We didn't get to level 2. We got 4 more seconds. Oh, what dropped? Oh, another 6 socket. 21 Jeweler's Orbs right now is the cost of 1 Chaos Orb. So what did we get? 3 word champs. Nothing too special. Oh, nice. We got a level up. That's always good. And let's do the Trial of Ascendency first. So don't forget about it. So this one has a bunch of the... This is why I love having Immortal Flesh. Because I can just literally just pretty much not die in the fire. I mean, I'll have to pop my flasks, but... If I didn't have my flasks, yeah, it wouldn't be doing so hot. There's a crafting recipe. Grab that. Push the lever.
Allow your wisdom to be tempered by the flames of the past.
And so, like I said, there's 3 different exits. So we came in this way. The Lunar's Concourse is to get the egg, which we will have to do. Now this one, the High Gardens, you want to go to the High Gardens first because we're going to get a skill point. And I want to get the skill point first. Alright, so next up, I'm going to path down here to get Wind Dancer. I could, if I really want to get it right now, I could just put 1 point here and grab it. But I don't think it's bad to grab these. They're just increased life anyways. I like Wind Dancer a lot because how it works is, I'm just going to grab the life first, but I want to grab all of these. And if you're wondering why we path this way, is because I want to get reservation efficiency, which we will path towards over here. And we'll eventually going to remove some of these, but that'll be like way later in the game. But what Wind Dancer does, and it's, if you don't want to get it, you don't have to. But I like it. And the reason why I like it is because you take more damage against smaller things because how it works is if you've been hit recently, you will take more damage.
Yes.
Well, that was not bad. I had a few different things. But it's great for bosses. And I genuinely won't really die to anything unless it's a boss or like a really rare like monster that hits us for like way absurd amounts of damage. So I like grabbing that because it helps out against bosses. But it will make the smaller monsters that hit you, because there's so many of them, it will make you take some smaller amount of damage. So it's a give and a take. And be careful with the porcupines, because they are dangerous. And then what we're looking for is the Pools of Terror. Put a portal just in case. So how this boss works is you do a decent amount of damage to it, then it hides. Trying to stand still for too long because all those balls chase you. Okay, we're done with that one. And now we can get to go back. We're going to go back to the bathhouse. But first we're going to go back into town to go claim our rewards for a bunch of the different quests. But specifically getting the skill point is what we want. Firing coal is what we need. I think that's what we needed for resistance.
You found.
It doesn't matter about the jewel.
Be well.
This is a... Oh no, it's a 4 link. If it was 5 link, I'd try to sell it for 1 Chaos Orb. Okay. We are good. Got a skill point. Bam. And we can actually get a different mastery too. We can get the increased evasion rating if we've been hit recently. That's a decent amount. Like, it's a pretty nice amount. And I actually really like to get, and I'm going to actually get it next, is the 10% increased movement speed. I know we have so much movement speed, but like it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Alright, so now we're going to exit in the top right. And I did it fast enough where the area didn't expire. So we still have the full map. Get the waypoint over here. So we're gonna go to
I'm not up to that just yet.
Lunar's Temple, level 2. We got the waypoint here, right? I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, sorry, nice. Oh, I do want to do these. Yeah, because this bow could be massively upgraded. We're gonna go just halfway. Well, this one's going up real slow. I just noticed that. Maybe we just do it a third, because I don't want to make it too hard. I think it's based off of the item's level. Where's that steel skin? Just remove bleed. Should put this over here. It's definitely based off of the item level. So anytime we're bleeding, we're going to activate that so we can stop our bleed. Or we just stop moving too. That also would work. Oh. Wow. Okay, we got it. Okay, so yeah, 1/3 or even like 1/4 is what we should be shooting for. Because this thing has a whole skill tree that we're about to get, which is going to be awesome. We get 2 more Chaos Orbs. He's in his hideout. Okay, so let me go to my items that we listed for sales. And we will go trade. So right click on him, click trade. And there we go. And we just got, now we are rich. We got 7 Chaos Orbs ready to go. And I'll be pretty much set up to get a 6 link very, very soon. A lot of times you can get 6 links for about 10 Chaos Orbs. You can get like a ghetto, like a kind of messed up one. I mean, it's not going to have the greatest stats, but it's a 6 link. So it's going to be a massive amount of extra damage. Does it have cold damage? Perfect. I just need to have at least 1 cold damage. Because the enemy has to be chilled. It doesn't matter the percent. As long as they're chilled, my strategy is going to be working. This guy's tanky. I'll throw a ball. Oh, we got corrupted blood on us. We got it removed. Easy. Just click on that thing. Mortal Flush really helps out because it gives you that extra buffer of like normal human reaction time to negative effects on you. So yeah, we're gonna go and get extra movement speed, 10% increased movement speed. If we haven't taken damage recently, so that's basically all the way in town. And over here, if we just don't take damage, and the chances of them hitting us are at 63% chance to evade attacks, which is great. And the faster we're moving, the less chance we'll get hit anyway, so movement speed is a form of defense in this game. So now we gotta go to Lunaris Temple level 2. We'll go down for the boss. If you want to drop Herald of Ice for Grace, you can totally do so. Since our damage is like super solid, this thing only adds 20 to 30 cold damage. It's like nothing. I like the Herald of Ice sound though, to be honest. It's just like I've been playing a lot of I played a lot of Ranger for a really long time, so certain sounds just feel natural to me. I'm just like used to it. Pretty soon what we're going to do is we're going to swap out our chest piece for a 6 linked. And we'll lose some attack speed, or movement speed. But instead we'll grant ourselves a lot more damage. But right now I'm not feeling any like lack of damage, so it doesn't have to be rushed. Because ideally we keep this as long as we can. And the reason why is because we get 30% move speed, which means campaign finish faster. Look at this boss. He just absolutely destroyed it.
Good.
And more importantly, we gotta pick up the Moon Orb. That's the only thing that we're really here for. So we can check out these items. This item, let's see if it's worth anything. Worth 1 Orb of Alchemy. This thing is never worth anything. So now we're going to go back to town, clean up our inventory. If you want some of these uniques though, maybe you're like, oh, I want to try out what the heck does this do? I mean, this is for like raise zombies, this is for Herald of Thunder. Not too useful for us, so let's get rid of it.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
Now we are going to go to the other side. So there's the Lunaris Concourse and the Solaris one. You got to get both of these eggs. So now we're going to go to the other side. There's actually 2 different routes that you can take. You can go here, or you can go from the Toxic Conduits and go to the right. Which one is better? Doesn't really matter, to be honest. However, depending on your luck, I honestly like going from the sewers. And the reason why I like going from the sewers
I'm not up to that just
is
yet.
because you need the ankh, which is an item. And those things, mana siphon, nasty. But the ankh is an item that we're going to look for in the Quay. And the ankh comes up usually on this side, but it can be on the other side sometimes. You want to look for these little boats, and these boats, you can stand on them, and sometimes it's the actual correct pathing. Sweet, we got the ankh. It's not always that easy to get the ankh like that fast, so it takes you a while. Don't worry. This area is just really large. It's one of my least favorite quests in the game because like it's very easy to miss. I'm just gonna skip out ice rings. It's not gonna be a good reward. And we're looking for the resurrection site. Oh wow, we got really lucky. So now we give her the ankh. And we're gonna get Wind Dancer and this. And later our tree will actually be connected from here versus like down here. So we'll get some extra skill points. It'll be later. Not really necessary to do right now. So over here, if you guys remember Clarissa from Act 3, we had to save her husband because he got like, I guess infected or something. But now he's like a zombie, so we gotta kill him. And she's like, go talk to us in town, we'll get a reward. So now we're gonna go back to the quay, and we need to find the secondary exit to the quay. Is it 2-gen? It's Rog. Rog is good if you know what you're doing with crafting, but like that tutorial would take like an hour to kind of explain because there's a lot of stuff to learn. So yeah, now we're in the grain gate, and there's another quest over here that will probably come up. It's usually up and to the right. Is it 2-gen? Rog again. We're looking for a boss over here. Where's the boss? Oh, there it is. The Gemling Legionnaire. I mean, you probably didn't even see that there was a boss there. That boss is dead. Absolutely destroyed. So we have 2 skill points to get in these quests. I don't care about the black stones that much. We just gotta collect the egg and we'll be on our way to the next area. Imperial Fields. This to the next area is where we get to go to the Solaris Concourse. It's basically the same area, it's just instead of it being blue, it's red. So there's Lunaris and Solaris. One's the sun, one's the moon. And we combine them, you fight one of the coolest looking bosses in the game. It's like a double boss fight. Oh, almost an hour now, okay. So yeah, this act took a little longer. We spent like 30 minutes doing like the trading, but it's worth it to learn. Ooh, have another skill point. And we are good. Oh, it's not this way. So we got to level 2, kill the boss. And it doesn't really matter. As long as we have at least Lunaris or Solaris Concourse Waypoint will be okay. There's the league mechanic, but I kind of want to skip on right now. I just want to finish this act since this one's a little bit longer. So we spent a lot of time talking about trades and items, upgrades. Ooh, Chaos Orb, nice. Always stop for Chaos Orbs, always stop for Divine Orbs. I do kind of want to get those upgrades because I want to see what this bow that we just got can actually do, because it's got its own skill tree. And if we can get one that gives us Tornado, I forgot what the exact wording is. I did see some like the leaks. I just saw that you can get Tornado on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. I hope there's one for Hydrosphere too. There we go. And now the Sun Orb drops. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to either Solaris Concourse or Lunaris. It doesn't really matter as long as you get one of the waypoints, because they converge at the middle, and that's where you deposit both of the giant chicken eggs here. Usually we want to hold the right side on this one. I think actually it might be over here. Yeah, there it is. The Harbor Bridge. I swear this Air's waypoint doesn't exist. It shows up on the minimap that there's one, and it never happens. But it's going to be up and to the left if we come from the Lunaris, and down and to the right if you're coming from the Solaris Concourse. It doesn't really matter which one. Here is the area, the Sky Shrine. We put both the eggs inside. They're activated. And now it is the boss time. It's a really, really cool looking boss. That's a lot of damage. Should probably try not to hold still. It's a relatively easy boss, though. I mean, especially if you have your resistances up. Yeah, no problem with that. Immortal Flesh. Ooh, got Terminus S. That was a nice drop. It's actually one of my favorite items in the game when I like first started the game. It's for an item called Flicker Strike. But since this one's a little bit longer than the other ones, just so they're a little bit more paced out for time, we will enter Act 9 on Part 9. So thanks for tuning in for Part 8, Act 8. If you guys enjoyed it, drop your like on the way out, and I'll see you guys on Part 9. We're almost finished with the campaign. There's only Act 9 and Act 10, and we're done. But I'll catch you guys next one. Peace out.